Y'all, get in here, best friends. We're going to do an Ask MJ and a story time, which means I'm going to be responding to a viewer question and giving you a story while we're at it, baby. Y'all come in here. You see the title. Ooh, have you ever been in that situation before where you like somebody a lot, but they don't seem to want you back, or you like them a lot, but it just ain't going but so far? You like them a lot, but you feel like you've been in the friend zone with them forever and you don't know how to escape from it? Come in here right now and click like and click share. All right, click like and click share on this, y'all. I'm gonna read this viewer letter. Okay, now I know I'm responding to the letters from the ladies, honey. This one came in from one of my fellow queens, honey, one of my girls. You know, the ladies are the ones with the vagina, okay? And the queens are the ones, well, you know, that, you get what I'm saying? The girls is the difference, you know, so the girls is the gays, all right? The ladies is the other ones, okay? You know, you get what I'm saying? All right, anyway, come in here and click like and click share. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm going to read the question right now. And after you've clicked share, let me know you click share on it. Tia Freeman, I see you there. Gabriella Browns, tell me you shared it, okay? Ciao. So you should see him. I'm not going to show you his picture because I can't put it up, all right? He's the cutest little thing. You should see him. This one who wrote into me. Let's just call him today. Let's call him. Let's call him. What are we going to call him? Let's call him Tyrese, okay? He the cutest little thing, honey. He look like he probably all of 5'5", cute little muscular self, but not too musky. He's nice and lean and everything like that. Just the prettiest thing you ever want to see. But he told me I couldn't use his name. That's why we call him Tyrese today, so I certainly can't show you his picture. But listen. Okay, so he wrote it to me. He says, MJ, there's a guy who always flirts with me. And I flirt back with him. This is how I envision that he talks. He looks so sweet. Honey, he got to be all of, I'm putting this baby probably at 20. Somewhere like that, 20. Something real young. Anyway, he said, when I see him, he hugs me tight and will sometimes even give me a peck on the cheek. He's everything that I like in a man. Masculine, strong, and has so many husband qualities. He put husband in qualities in quote. But there's a problem. He never seems to ask me out. And when I suggest that we go out, he finds a way out of it. He says he's always busy also. He says, I feel like I'm in the friend zone. I'm looking for a nice husband type. Isn't that so cute? Oh, to wife me. And I want it to be him. ... Help me, MJ. How can I get out of the friend zone? Tyrese, baby doll, sweetie darling. Oh, so adorable. Can we talk about this? If you've ever been in the friend zone, say me too, baby, okay? So let's chit chat about this, my dear, okay? Because I got a quick little story time for you, honey. I got to put on a cute little lip before we do that, okay? So let me tell you a quick little story. There was this guy where whenever I would, okay? There was this guy back when I lived in DC. I used to like to go hiking. Not hiking, I'm sorry. Going on hiking is what we do out here. I used to like to go to this outdoor park and do like running, you know, like doing little running things, whatever. He was so cute. Every time I would see him, I'm like, he is so cute. He's tall and masculine, has all these great husband qualities, right? And so I would see him every time. And I think we were always out there around the same time because I think we got off of work around the same time. So we would both be out there taking our little jog, and I would see him all the time. So listen. So I'm out there, I see him, and one day I finally got the courage to walk up to him. And I was like, hi, my name is Malcolm. Nice to meet you. I always see you out here. And then he's like, oh, nice to meet you. My name is John. And his handshake was so firm. You know, my hands are very soft, honey. I'm not done a day of labor with these fingers, okay? His is kind of rough. I liked it. And so I was like, nice to meet you. As I looked up at him, nice to meet you. And then so I said, well, you know, we should exchange information. I always see you out here by yourself. I'm out here by myself, you know. Maybe we can run one day together. And so he's like, oh yeah, that'd be great. So we exchange information. Listen to this when I say this, okay? And click share on this, click share on this, click share. All right? So we exchange information. And then after we exchange information, what ends up happening was like maybe a day or two later, I text him and I was like, hey, I'm going to be running today. Are you? He says yes. So we come out there and we start running together. And for about a week or so, we were running together every single day. It was really nice. We talked as we were running, getting to know a lot about each other. And every day I talked to him, I just was so much more turned on by him. I mean, he smelled good. As I learned more about him, he had a really good job working with the government. He went to a good school. He owned a condo. Like, he was everything I thought I wanted at that time. So one day, after we had run, he's like, I feel like our conversations always get cut short because we end up getting finished running. You want to grab something to eat? And I was like, yeah. I was like, but I really stink. And so he was like, well, I stink too. He's like, how about this? Why don't you go home, you change your clothes, I go home, I change my clothes, and we can meet up at XYZ restaurant, I don't know, like in an hour or two or whatever. I was like, cool, because we both live relatively close to the area. I was like, cool. So I went home, changed my clothes, showered. He did the exact same thing, met him up at the restaurant. We go to this restaurant, we have an amazing conversation. We had a couple cocktails, the chemistry's increasing, all this other goodness. And then he was just like, oh, this is so great. He's like, you should come by and see my home. I decorated it really, really nice. You should see it. Because during our dinner, we talked about how much I love decorating. And so I was like, oh, that'd be great. And I'm thinking, I get to get in his house. That's what I was thinking. Oh, but. So anyway, I go by his house. I go in there. It is beautifully decorated. It is gorgeous. It is over the top. It is everything and more, okay? Best friend, it was just so gorgeous. So anyway, going to his house, it's nice. It's all that I want and more. I'm like, and he can decorate. So we're sitting in there. He's so hospitable. The chairs are comfortable, everything. And we sit there on the couch. And when he comes to sit beside me, he puts his arm around my shoulder so he's like leaning on me. And I'm like, okay, all right. So, this guy who I've been crushing on, had a nice dinner with, been talking to, getting to know him and everything like that. We seemingly have chemistry. So I kind of lean in towards him as he's holding me. And we're just talking. The night is getting really, really, really late. And he's like, do you have to be up early in the morning? Well, at the time, I was working from home because I was selling insurance, basically moonlighting. So I work from home a lot of the time with my full-time job. So with that said, I really did not have to be up that early. Like, I could start my day like 9, 10 o'clock, which meant I was basically getting up like 15 minutes in advance because all I had to do was cut the computer on and make sure that the little messenger thing showed green so that people thought I was active. But I didn't really have no work to do. So for me, I didn't have to be up like early. I was like, no, not really. And he was like, well, neither do I. And he was like, I hope I'm not being too forward. Do you want to spend the night? Fuck yeah, I want to spend the night. I was like, I better be coy about it. I was like, yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. I'd love to spend the night. So, listen, girls. So I spend the night over there and we're laying in bed. We're laying there. He gets, he leans over towards me, pulls me close to him. We start kissing, and the kissing is going real deep and everything like that. And then so I kind of got on top of him as I'm getting on top of him, but I'm straddling him as I'm on top of him, right? So I'm on top of him, I'm kissing him and everything like that. And then he grabs me tight, and next thing I know, he flips me over on my back, and somehow or another, with him flipping me on my back, he ends up between my legs. I'm like, okay, so let me give you a little insight, okay, ladies, all right, for who are listening right now. Let me explain something to you, okay? When it comes to sex between men, there's something that we call the bottom or the top, okay? Some people do both, but when in a given situation between two guys, one person can only do one thing at a time, all right? So as you can imagine, the top is the partner who is going in. The bottom is the one who's on the receptive end. Get it? Bottom, top. All right, enough. You get it. Generally speaking, the guy who's topping is going to position himself, even during the kissing and foreplay, in a way that allows him to be, almost think about it like this. If you, as a woman, are in bed with a man and you're kissing and just kind of rolling around, he's probably going to be between your legs. You're not going to be between his most of the time. He's going to do things that are going to position himself in such a way that would sexually suggest what he wants to happen next. Okay? He got between my legs. I was like, okay, well, this is fine. We'll figure it out. And so then I roll back on top of him, straddling him again. He flips me over gently and kind of, passively ends up between my legs. What I realized very quickly was that we're rolling around at this point in time, okay? What I realized very quickly was that there may have been a compatibility issue here. But I didn't want to believe it because this man is so big, he's so masculine. I still got this water from the last story time. He got this up on him. You see what I'm saying? This up on him. So I'm very direct in the bedroom because I don't like to do all this roll around stuff. Some of the girls out here, what they call versatile, meaning that they like to do both things or all things. I'm not that girl, honey. I don't want to be guessing. I don't want to be doing that. I ain't trying to take turns on this, honey. You know what it is, honey. You see what this is right here? That's what that is, okay? No questions asked, all right? We know what we doing. I like to do what I'm specialized in, honey. I don't like to experiment with these positions that I ain't been doing, okay? I know my role, okay? What's yours? Already compatible? Cool. So I just was direct with him. I said, can I ask you a question? That's right, Johnny John Penn. He said bottom teeth. That's what I said. I said, can I ask you a question, girl? I didn't say girl. I said, can I ask you a question? And he was like, yeah. I was like, sexually, what do you prefer? He's like, what do you mean? Bitch, you know what the fuck I mean. I was like, sexually, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the bottom, top? What do you like? I'm trying to ask in a gentle way possible, Because I've had some dudes surprise me where they walking down the street and they seem a little soft, but then they climb up on that back and they're like, gotta. You know what I mean? They be turning it down. Sometimes the little soft ones be the best ones because they know what to do for you. So anyway, I was like, so what do you like to do? And he was like, I'm versatile. I told you what I felt about versatility. So I was like, ooh, okay, that sounds great. You can have it both ways, but what do you prefer? I mean, if you could have it any way you want, like literally if I would let you do anything you want or I would do anything you want, how would you want it, baby? Right? He was like, well, I really prefer the bottom. I was like, I get that. I was like, but I'm here at this point in time and horny, so I'm like, I get that he preferred to, but that means that it may be an open door for us to do something else, okay? And so I was like, so how often is that something that, I see you prefer, but do you switch it up every now and then? Because at this point, I'm just trying to get mine. And he's like, I mean, I really haven't really topped in forever, right? I haven't really done that. It's not really something I've done a lot. I was like, okay. I took a deep breath and I was like, here's the thing. We like the same thing, okay? And this probably ain't gonna work for us to continue with this, all right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And so I got up. I really hadn't taken off my clothes yet. Outside, just laying in bed or whatever. So I got up. I was like, I'm gonna head home. He was like, that's cool. And, after that, we became such great friends. And when you see me out in the streets with him, actually, I don't hang out with him that much anymore because he's in D.C. But when you would see me out in the streets with him as friends, he's this big masculine man. And you see me right beside him, all feminine and sweet. And people say, you all make the cutest couple. And we just giggle because we think to ourselves, child, we like the same thing. We be bumping pocketbooks, honey. So to get back to Tyrese's issue, for those who are just tuning in, Tyrese wrote in, okay? And Tyrese said to me, he was like, that there's a gentleman that he's hanging out with. I want to get this again for y'all so we can go through it, okay? Let me read this to you, okay? You ready? He says, there's a guy who always flirts with me. When I see him, he hugs me tight and will sometimes even give me a peck on the cheek. He's everything I like in a man, masculine, strong, and has so many husband qualities. But there's a problem. He never seems to ask me out. And when I suggest that we go out, he finds a way out of it. I feel like I'm in the friend zone. I'm looking for a nice guy, a nice husband type of guy to wife me. And I want it to be him. Help me, MJ. How can I get out of the friend zone, baby? You're not in the friend zone, darling. You're not in the friend zone. What you are in is the bottom zone, okay? I'm willing to bet my last fucking dollar on this, sweetheart. That man's a bottom, Savannah, okay? I'm telling you this from experience, okay? Because this happens to me, okay? I'm a gorgeous man. Tyrese is absolutely gorgeous. You should see this little sweetheart. He's so gorgeous, honey. Any man within his right mind would love him, okay? So here's the thing. If that man is up here flirting with you, kissing you on the cheek, hanging out with you all the time, and he's single, okay? and he not trying to go to the next step, girl, he's a bottom, okay? I normally do videos about issues having to do with my women, but I got plenty of gays who watch me too, and I got to talk to y'all too, okay? And this actually connects to women as well, because the reality is this. Sometimes y'all be wondering, why don't this man want me? Why is he not coming at me? And the reality is that y'all may not be sexually compatible. You get where I'm going with that? Same thing here, girl. I'm telling you this. I know from experience, okay? I've been in your shoes before. If a man is seemingly attracted to you, but somehow or another never takes it to the next level to want to go out with you, certainly never takes it to even a sexual level, meaning that he don't have to fuck you, but like just being, sexual towards you, girl, he's probably a bottom, okay? Here's the thing. Those guys, not every bottom is going to be a guy. I'm educating you girls too, so listen real close, okay? I did say that, DeAndrea. I said Savannah. I call him Savannah. Here's the thing. I'm educating y'all, okay? Tops and bottoms do not align with masculine and femininity. I happen to be a bottom, in case you couldn't figure that out, okay? Can you picture me climbing up a man's back, honey? He gonna have all my high heel marks on his back. Can you picture that, honey? No, me doing that? I'm not built for that, okay? I say when the good Lord Jesus made this cute little supple petite body, he knew what it was to be used for. It was supposed to be used for the pleasure of my king. You hear where I'm going with that, darling? Okay, I am 5'7", honey. I got this old thick piece of cake back here. You see where I'm going with that, baby? I don't know what he did in here, baby, but this stuff is good, honey. A man can't keep himself together when he get in here. I am built to bottom, and I also have to be pretty effeminate on the surface. I'm pretty effeminate across the board. So with me, I'm what people would think of as a stereotypical bottom. Like, oh, clearly he ain't climbing on nobody's back. But not everybody's like me. I'm gonna say this right now, okay? A lot of these men out here who are taking it, honey, some of them could take it better than girls like me. Be big old burly looking dudes. And in public, they want to come across as masculine. In public, they want to flirt with the little pretty ones like me and everything like that just to get their street cred. In public, they may even be flirting with women like you. Let's just be real, okay? But behind doors, baby, these babies is turned over, taking that shit, okay? They taking it better than half of us can do it, okay? That's what I'm telling you girls, okay? So I'm telling you right now to all my girls, all my girls and my ladies out there, baby, sexual compatibility is a must, okay? And if that man is not coming at you, this applies even further, because I had another viewer question coming here. This applies to the ladies, okay? We're not going to get too deep into this because I don't want to take y'all too long today, but I'm going to go into this one real fast too. I was only going to do one, but I just figured, let me give you this. This one came in from another woman, okay? Let's call her Deborah. She says, MJ, I have a dilemma. After a couple months of courting, I finally got into a relationship with my crush. Get this, but he never seems to want to have sex. Every time I bring it up, he's too tired. And she puts in quotes around too tired, because I guess that's what he says. He doesn't feel like it, etc. So she put etc. I guess he's got more excuses. When we have been dating, she says, we have been dating for 6 months and have only had sex a handful of times. Now listen to this. She says, I'm clear that he's not cheating or gay, so what can I do? This is the exact same situation here, girls. I'm not saying he's the bottom, but my point is, it's not sexual compatibility here. I'm real big on upfront. When I'm getting to know somebody, I ask up motherfucking front, okay? So what do you get into? I've been on dates, and the thing is this, I make my living on camera doing all kinds of stuff, and some of the things I do on camera obviously can be a bit, I can talk about some sexual subjects on camera. It is what it is. So any man who go out with me is not coming there expecting me to be a church mouse, okay? They're not expecting me to be conservative at all, okay? They're just not expecting that. But anyway, I will bring it up on a date. I remember I went on a date with this guy, and I'm going to teach you women a thing that you need to be asking from these men too. I went on a date with this guy. And when I was sitting on this date with him, I remember I brought it up, during dinner, because there was a lot of chemistry. We was flirting, looking at each other's eyes. You know what I mean? Like, it was cute. I wouldn't do my tongue like that, but I'm just trying to give you all the vibe, okay? And he's all masculine and everything like that, but I know better. I don't care how masculine you come across. That don't mean that we compatible. And so I said, to him, I was like, can I ask you a question? He was like, what? I said, I hope I'm not being too direct. He was like, nah. I said, baby, we both grown, aren't we? I didn't cock my legs over, but anyway, I was doing this to be comfortable. I said, we both grown, right? He was like, yeah, we both grown. I was like, are you attracted to me? He's like, I'm definitely attracted to you. I was like, good, I'm attracted to you too. I said, are you sexually attracted to me? And when I ask these questions, girls, I look them right in the damn eyes, okay? And I need to make sure, as I'm talking to you, I need to see this thing going up like this. Just like this. That's all I need to see. I'm not going to see it, but obviously I need to know what's happening. I'm like, are you sexually attracted to me? I was like, are you sexually attracted to me? He's like, yeah, I am. That's what's happening. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I said, I got another question for you. He's like, what? I said, for me, I just feel like I'm uniquely gifted and uniquely built to be able to please a man in bed. I really am built for that. He said, for real? How you please him? I leaned closer to him. In fact, what I did was, because it was like one of those square tables, and I was sitting across from him, I came and moved my chair so I was sitting right beside him. You see where I'm going? Because it's like this. So rather than sitting across from him, I used to sit right beside him. And I sat right beside him so I could whisper to him. I said, come here. He came in closer. Now, mind you, we had gone on several dates before. We already had chemistry. It was cool. So I wasn't like acting like a complete slut with somebody that I just met. I don't do that. Okay? So I leaned towards his ear, and I said, I love dick. He said, what? I said, come here closer. And I did that little trick where I told you, you rub your lips in his ears as you're talking. I said, I love dick. And I love to make dick feel good. And I pulled back. Now, why am I doing this old nasty display? Because I want to see how he fucking reacts, bitch. Okay? You can't just ask a man what he likes sexually. You got to turn him on so he can be open. And I said, how do you feel about that? He was like, good. He said, I like that you like dick. I said, no, baby. I love dick. He said, oh, I love that you love it. I said, how you feel about it? How you feel about it? You like dick too? No. I said, ever? I said, I'd be willing to switch it up. I was lying. Because I'd be willing to switch it up if I was with the right man. And so he's like, nah, that's not really my thing. Nah, I don't like that. I said, you ain't never tried it. You sure? Nah, I tried that. I ain't like it. I ain't never liked that. That's just not my thing. I mean, I don't even know how y'all be doing, but I'm grateful that y'all do it. But that's just not my thing. I just laughed. I said, okay, that's good to know. I said, well, here's the thing. I promise you this, that if we make it that far, I will never ask you to do that. And he was like, good. So we left it at that. I brings the shit up early. Some of these people are like, oh, you shouldn't talk about sex too early. You should focus on other things. Honey, if we don't talk about it early enough, I'm not saying it need to be in the first conversation, but if we don't talk about it early enough, the fuck we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? How much sense do it make? 'Cause I've done this before. You end up falling for a guy, getting to know him real good and everything like that. Y'all are waiting. 'Cause I don't jump into bed with every man. I don't do that, okay? Back in my 20s, honey, it was open for business. You see what I'm saying? But nowadays, I'm an older kind of gal. Honey, I can't get on my back for just anybody, okay, baby? And so anyway, for me, I take time to get to know somebody. So the last thing I want to do is take the time to get to know somebody. And then next thing you know, we in the bedroom and he looking at me sideways talking about, let's try something new. I didn't sign up for that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just don't. There's no way I want to do that. I don't drink no more, so I can't say get me drunk and have me do it. So what? I can't do that. But that's a lesson for you ladies too, okay? Y'all need to talk to these men early. Y'all need to be talking to them about what are you into sexually? What's your definition of monogamy? Because some of y'all thinking that y'all coming in a relationship with a monogamous man, but he think that he's still monogamous even if he gets a little thing sucked on him. Okay? That's not my definition, So you need to find out what his definition is. Another thing you need to ask is how often does he want it? Because like I said with Miss Deborah here, she going through this issue right now. She done found a man, they've been together and everything like that, but he don't want it as much as she wanted. Okay, did she say how often they do it? Oh yeah, she said it right here. She said, let me make sure I got my things right here. She said, we've been dating, get this girl, we've been dating for 6 months and have only had sex a handful of times. I don't know what a handful is, honey, but a handful ain't enough for this coochie. Okay, baby? For 6 months, I need a handful of times a week. You see what I'm saying? So that's something I'm going to put out there up front to somebody. But I have a very sexually vigorous appetite. I do. And for me, sex doesn't always mean that we're like having, penetrative sex, but I do like just the feeling of being connected to my partner sexually. What about you? How often do you feel is a satisfying amount of sex for you if you have to think about it on a weekly basis? I'm going to ask that up front. This whole idea of we'll figure it out later. The fuck we will, honey, because y'all say, oh, we gonna figure it out later. Don't let that infatuation fool you. Talking about, oh, I love him, we can figure it out later, sex and everything. Then y'all end up in a whole ass marriage, whole ass relationship, and you sexually not satisfied, or he's sexually not satisfied, and y'all end up fantasizing and cheating and shit like that. I need to know up front, okay? So nonetheless, all right? Who just said this on here? Somebody said they watched me from the Virgin Islands. Oh, Natalie Porter, she says, I'm a new follower. She says, I love that you are raw and down to earth. She's from the Virgin Islands. So anyway, y'all, that's what I'm telling you, okay? I need to, somebody just said, Kaylin Kendrick says, yes, a lunch and learn. While we having our first lunch together, I need to learn how you want to service this coochie, baby. How you handle it, okay? You like it a lot, you like it a little, okay? You want just me, you want multiple people in the room. I only want you in the room. I don't do multiples, okay? Unless I did it back in the day. We'll tell some of the stories. But I need to know up front. So bottom line, Tyrese, that girl's a bottom, Savannah. Okay, that's your sister. That's not your boo-boo. Okay, trust me when I tell you that, okay? That's for Tyrese. For Miss Deborah, honey, thankfully, y'all only 6 months in. So when you leave his ass like you inevitably need to do, okay, because this ain't going to work if y'all not sexually compatible, at least your heart won't be too broken. I'd rather this thing not work out at 6 months and 6 years. I'm not telling you to leave him, but I am saying I think that it's very, very, very unlikely that y'all are going to be able to have a long-term healthy bond together if you're not going to be able to have the amount of sex that's satisfying to you, okay? So I know you can say, well, I'll just pleasure myself and figure it out. Baby, ain't enough batteries in the world to satisfy you when you got a whole ass man sitting beside you who don't want to touch you. Okay, that's one of the perks of being in a relationship. If y'all not gonna be doing nothing in that way, then that's your friend, that's your homeboy. Okay, you don't need to be hanging. You don't need to be in a relationship with him. What you need to be is you need to be freed up so you can get in a relationship with somebody who's actually fit for you. I got distracted because Dawn Holmes said a handful. What's she eating? Peanuts? That's what I'm saying, baby. I need it. You know how much I need, y'all? And click share on this, okay? How much I need, and yes, I am a realist, Dr. Suzette knows. I'm a realist, okay? She'll be following me for henceforth, okay, darling? Click share on this and tag some friends in here. Tag any friends in here that you think need to be following me, okay? Tag them on here, okay? I want to see who y'all tag. But for me personally, I know that for me, personally, I'm just gonna put this out here to y'all, okay? I'm being very real with y'all, very direct. I never hold nothing back, no, okay? No way, okay? I literally come every day. I'm single, okay? I make it happen by myself, okay? Every day, without fail, at least once a day, all right? It's like a nice, it's like a sleep aid. It puts me to sleep. Never like that. Or if not at night, it's a nice pick me up every day, at least once a day. Why is it? And I've always been this way. Always. Because for me, I enjoy it. Why not? I feel like it's a free piece of pleasure that we all have access to. Why wouldn't you access that as often as you would like to? All right, I'm just being honest with you. I'm being honest with you, okay? Listen, so for me, if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, not to say that it's his responsibility to get me there every day, because I mean, clearly, you can't expect that out of a man, honey. Every day, him having to do that to you, he going to break his back doing that, okay? And so, unless he wants to, honey, I don't mind. That's why I say, honey, do we need to hire you a trainer to strengthen your back, baby? Okay? Do we need to hire you a trainer? All right? And so I was just like, so for me, I feel like in a relationship, at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. Okay? At least 3 times a week for me. Okay? That's one thing I tell men. I say, listen, honey, if you're in a relationship with me, one thing you will never have to worry about me telling you is no. Literally, that's my claim to fame, honey. Well, I got many others. But in that realm, you never have to worry about me telling you no, baby. There will never be a moment where you will want it, and I'm going to say no. Unless I'm dead tired. Don't wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's cute every now and then, but not on a daily basis, okay? You know, there's never a time I want to tell you no. You want that? Sure. You want it now? Hold on, let me cut these greens off. I don't want to burn nothing up. Let's go in the room. Come on, baby. Because here's my thing. If I'm busy, I know what to do. You better use your Kegel muscles. Use your Kegels and get him there quickly, honey. You can get him there in 5 minutes and be done and go back to what you was doing before, honey. If I got time and we want to stretch it out, I can stretch it out, honey, because I know how to control this thing here. You see what I'm saying there? You see where I'm going with that? So for me, anytime you want it, baby. Because I feel like that's my gift to my man. Among the other things that I bring to the table is that I feel like I get gratification out of knowing that I'm his complete and total sexual fantasy. Why not? Why not? Who else do you want to be his fantasy? So that's me. Ooh, Carla Brown Prince says, I need it 7 times a week. Girl, you better be with these men who got a little one, honey, because they're going to tear those walls up 7 times a week. Girl. All right. Kimberly Flake says 3 times a week. Yeah, I'm in that realm. Okay, that's the other thing, girls. I got walls. That's the other reason why I really am. I like a man with a big one, but I also like men who got more of a husband side. So when I say, y'all know what I'm talking about when I say a big one versus husband side. Let me see if I can illustrate this for you, okay? Let's see if we can do this, okay? This is big one. Let's see, right here. That's husband, right there, okay? Big husband, all right? It's not about the length, it's about the width, okay? Why is that? Because for how much I want it, honey, we're just going on a rant today, but I feel like this is needed. For how much I want it, I know the size is going to work for me, honey. I can't be spending 2 days recovering, okay? Because what if I want it tomorrow? I don't want to be having I don't want to be having a recovery day. That's right. Someone just said I'm shameless. Honey, I'm absolutely fucking shameless. I'm absolutely shameless. I have no shame whatsoever. Shame? Why shame? It makes you live a limited life, honey. It does, honey. I say I'm too pretty to have shame, darling. Too pretty. All right? Oh, my God. Adriana White says she loves the demonstration. Let's see here. Pamela Johnson says 2 or 3 times a week. See, that's reasonable. What I won't tolerate is once a week. Somebody told me that. I was getting to know this guy years ago. And he said to me, he was like, baby, what if it was just once a week, but I gave it to you real good? I was like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Because if you give it to me real good, I want some more 5 minutes later. I want some more the next morning, okay? I'm the kind of gal, we in a relationship, and you waking up to me on top of you, undoing it and taking off your stuff. Like, baby, wake up. Wake up. Hi, darling. Yeah, I'm down here. Don't worry about me, just getting to business, okay, honey? I'm that kind of gal, okay? If we're in a relationship, just know, I don't mind bringing it up to you. You know what I mean? In the beginning, because I'm trying to be coy and make sure that my feminine energy is coming out, I'm going to let you bring it up all the time. But once we're in it, girls, honey, you will never have to wonder a guess. Okay? BJ Alami says, do you check the package? Do you check the package in the beginning and say yes or no? I do believe it, but I'm not going to ask you just to pull it out. Here's the thing, honey. You can check the package without checking the package. When he's laying on you on the couch, make sure your leg is sort of between his leg and start rubbing on him in a way that turns him on. Start rubbing on him. Start rubbing. You know how to turn a man on, girls. You know how to rub. Let me give you a quick tip. As you rubbing on him, find a way just to rub against his nipple every little bit, every couple minutes. Or rub near his thighs. You rubbing on him, start rubbing near his thigh and everything like that. Start touching near. If you go near that thing, it's going to pop up in a minute, okay? And that's how you can feel, okay? While you're in a good little kissing session, because I don't grab. You know, men be grabbing all over you. I don't do all that. I can feel it just up against my thigh. You see what I'm saying? And so you can tell right there, but do I check the package? Yes. Am I a size queen? No, because like I told you, although big is nice, that's not something that I absolutely think is essential. It's a nice to have. It's not a must have. I'm not that girl. You know, you get old enough and you start to realize that that's not something that's necessary. All right? Gilmore Nisi says, oh my God, I love you and your honesty. Girls, I'm always honest. If I'm nothing else, I will always tell you the truth, honey, okay? I know some people be like, ooh, Lord Jesus, don't be telling too much. Ain't no such thing as too much. I ain't got no shame. That's right. Symmetric Armstrong says, that's right. Take care of your man. I remember my mother told me this years ago. She said this, and I hope she don't get mad at me saying this, but I heard her, she didn't tell me this, I heard her saying this. My mother, by trade, is like a family therapist, and I remember her saying this, it was in some setting or something like that. And she says, one thing you should never do to your man, one thing you should never do to your man is to deny him sex because you're mad at him. She says, because then you weaponize sex. That's another thing I will not do. I will not do that. I don't care how mad I am at him, unless he did something obvious like cheating on me or something crazy, then sex isn't even on the table, okay? But my point is, if it's just we had an argument, a disagreement or something like that, don't touch me tonight. Don't touch me. Let me tell you this. You're out of your goddamn mind doing that shit. When you weaponize that, meaning turn it into a weapon to hurt him, what you then do is you teach him to weaponize the same thing. Okay? And the thing about sex is this, is that while it certainly is not everything, it is a vital part of building intimacy within your relationship. It is a vital part of building intimacy in your relationship. So literally what you're doing is you are cutting your nose off in spite of your face. All right? You are cutting your nose off in spite of your face. You think that you're doing something like, I'm going to show him. Really? Really? Because let me tell you this. I will tell you this, with my man, and I don't have a man now. Y'all always ask me, am I wearing a wedding ring? This is my right hand. The camera flips it, okay? But I will tell you this. When I'm in a relationship, if we have an argument or something like that, there's nothing more beautiful sometimes than in the aftermath of that argument, being able to be sexually intimate and to be able to bond. Because what that can do is it can break down the walls. It releases that serotonin inside of your body, which opens you up to being able to hear each other a little bit better. Then, after you've done that in the aftermath, then you have a conversation like, okay, baby, let's revisit what we were talking about earlier. Now do you see my perspective? And he always like, of course you see my perspective. Oops, let me wipe me off of your lips. You see where I'm going with that? Okay? Sometimes y'all wonder why he ain't hearing you. Because you didn't open his ears. You got to open his ears sometimes. You see what I'm saying? That's taking a man to listen sometimes. I'm just teaching you, honey. Honey, okay? I need this. All right, Helen Turner says, I need advice for dom women, okay? Meaning dominant women, okay? Because she's a woman who likes women, okay? Same advice, because here's the things that I teach you all. When I'm talking about men and women, I'm not really talking about genital men and women, right? What I'm talking about is masculine and feminine energy. And that's what we have to understand, that when it comes to masculine and feminine energy, when we think about it from that perspective, it doesn't have anything to do with what your gender is from birth. What it has to do with is what is your prominent energy source. You've got some women who got very strong masculine energy. So in turn, the advice that I'm talking about with masculine energy applies to you. And just like you got some men who are born with a lot of feminine energy, in turn, the advice I'm talking about with feminine energy, although I may say ladies, it applies to you. So think about what is your prominent energy source and then apply the advice that I'm giving you there, okay? Because at the end of the day, people are people, relationships are relationships. Ultimately, what guides the dynamics of our relationships is the masculine and feminine energy that we bring into it and how we leverage and manage that, okay? That's what happens there, okay? I'm reading your comments. Yes, Clara Campbell Dundas. That's how you open his ears, honey. You open his ears by opening that stuff. Open that stuff on him, honey. When you be up there, now that's one of the things I love to do is you be riding him and everything like that, and you lean down and whisper in his ear. And after you had an argument, girl, I'm giving y'all all the tricks today, and I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go. So you up on that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? And you going to town on that thing. You going to town on that thing, honey, okay? You going to town on that thing, okay? And you lean down and whisper in his ear just like this. And you say, baby, as you still going up and down, or like this side, you still going up and down. You say, baby, I'm so sorry about what I said earlier. Even if you know he need to be sorry too. Sometimes it's okay to say the first, I'm sorry. And he be like, oh, I'm sorry too, baby. I'm sorry too. He's like, really, baby? Are you really sorry? Yeah, baby, I'm so sorry. I know, baby. I'm gonna do better. He's like, I'm gonna do better. Honey. I'm teaching you some things, honey. Sometimes you gotta mix a little sugar. You gotta mix a little sugar with it. All right? Miss McCrae says, what if you possess both energies? That's fine, darling. But here's the thing. Certain dynamics and certain relationships will call out one energy source better than the other. more than others. So with that said, for me, I possess both energies. Obviously, I have a little bit more feminine energy, but for me, when I'm in business, if you deal with me in business, it's a whole different story, okay? I'm very direct, all right? I'm very clear. I'm very decisive and everything like that. My masculine energy comes out. Don't allow these pedicured toes and this little tight outfit I'm wearing to fool you, baby. I'm the motherfucking king of my castle, okay? My company's named MJ Harris Global Enterprises, and MJ runs this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying there? In that space, I have very clear masculine energy. When it comes to my relationships, it's a lot more feminine energy. So here's the thing. You have to allow the energy source that you have to come out in the space that calls for it. Okay? Because we all have both energy sources. Some of us have one that's more prominent than the others. But I think that one of the best things you can ever do is to come to learn what is your prominent energy source so that you can apply that thing whenever you need to. You can leverage it. It's like, oops, this is what I need today. Oops, don't need that one. See, it's just like my chapsticks that I have and my lip glosses. For this one, this is my thicker one when I'm talking a lot, right? To make sure that I have good coverage. My lips don't get dry. This is my little tint right here. So I pulled the one that I needed the time that I needed, okay? That's why I say learn your energy sources. A lot of times, I had this one man right in here the other day. He said to me, he says, I am bewildered. He used the motherfucking word bewildered. I am bewildered by why a man is giving women advice on how to be feminine. And I wouldn't even hear for him because y'all jumped in and y'all just pulverized him and educated that young man, because that's what he needed education, darling. But here's the thing that one of y'all said, which was so fabulous, was saying, listen, masculine and feminine energy has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with your internal energy source. And so for you, as this straight man, you are missing the opportunity to learn a lesson here about how to leverage your own feminine energy so that you can get the things that you want. Sometimes and y'all can attest to this, sometimes these men are not getting what they want out of you women because the fact is that they're coming at you with so much masculine energy when the truth of the matter is they need to be bringing on some feminine energy. They need to be more sensitive. They need to be more they need to listen more. They need to be more empathetic. And what they don't understand is that they actually need to be applying some feminine energy in order to allow you to be able to embrace their masculine energy. All right? So that's why I say it's all about just understanding what is your energy source. All right? Anyway, y'all, I got to run, baby. But I said, let me give y'all a little bit of time today. I'm supposed to be on vacation this week, traveling somewhere, but my trip got pushed back, all this stuff. So anyway, I'm still technically on vacation, all right, because my office is closed. But I said, I still got to come on and talk to y'all, all right? So anyway, I got to go. I love you to death. Click share on this video because this was good as a motherfucker. Click share on this thing, all right? I'll talk to you girls soon. Bye-bye, loves.